G'day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to the final round of the 2022 Active Gamers program, of course, presented by AFL Max and Meta High School Esports. My name's Baz, and I'll be your host here for today for the final round of the Active Gamers action. And first, I want to give a big thanks if you've been tuning in to the past few couple fortnights of action here between these really cool year 7s and 8s, getting the opportunity to compete in this basic esports program. And of course, I get to learn a lot, being able to play as a team, getting all the skills and knowledge to learn from that, and getting a little healthy exercise on the outside of that as well on some of the off weeks, and being able to combine the two and get the best out of both worlds. As I mentioned, we're on the final round here of this competition. We will have MSOT taking on the Cove kids. This will be the second time we've seen both these teams here in competition. We saw MSOT all the way back in round 2, where they took on their own fellow team in Team Smiley Face, both those teams being from Ocean View College, where unfortunately MSOT did up losing out to Team Smiley Face, but it was a fantastic effort where it did go to 3-2. And the second team here, of course, being the Cove kids, who actually took out Team Smiley Face just last week, actually, in our round 3 of play, where that went 3-1 in a 2v2 match up there as well. So now we're going to get a match up between MSOT and Cove kids. Ocean View College itself, we're looking a bit of revenge against the Cove kids here going into this one, where we will have a 3v2 situation here coming into this matchup. 2v3 with Cove kids having 3 players and MSOT having 2. So Cove kids having an extra player there. We do know they're really strong in a 2-on-2 situation, so we'll have to see what that third player adds. And of course, MSOT having that close match with Team Smiley Face and only just losing out. We'll have to see if them not having that third player, if they'll be able to take it here to Cove kids and get a bit of revenge for their sister team going into this one. It's still going to be a best of 5 matchup going in. And we're going to be jumping into the game in just a short moment, I believe just now, as we're ready for kickoff for round number 1. So enjoy this match. I'll be with you in between each match to break down all the action that had happened. But settle in and enjoy the show. coming out from the Cove kids for the first round between the Cove kids and MSOT here for round 4. 2022 Active Gamers season. I mean, not really too surprising to see here, of course, having that extra player advantage going in. And you can see that, especially towards the start of the game, where they were able to sneak in 2 quick goals there. Actually, dude able to get those 2 goals locked down. But as the game went on, you saw that actually starting to struggle a little bit there against MSOT. MSOT were able to sneak one in that realistically they probably shouldn't have able to have gotten in if Cove Kids were on top of the ball and really dominating the pitch as they should be with that extra player in the back pocket. So MSOT are able to get one in, and sure, Cove Kids do have that first round win up, but we'll have to wait and see how it progresses in the rest of this best of 5 series. As if it seems to continue like this, MSOT might have a good opportunity here to actually maybe steal this one away out from under Cove Kids' feet. So we'll have to wait and see how the rest of this progresses and see if Cove Kids can be a little bit more aggressive in controlling the boost and controlling the pitch, just the general rotation of the whole game itself as we jump into the second round here on the pitch. So remember, obviously, to support your favorite team here coming into this one between MSOT and the Cove Kids for our second round matchup. So sit back, relax, and enjoy as we get ready for our second match here between the 2 teams. Of course, the Cove Kids. Another fantastic round win there coming out from the Cove kids. This one, it seemed like it was more even towards the first half, at least, I want to say, of this match. But unfortunately, Cove kids were able to run away with it quite strongly against MSOT here. Those guys now sitting on 0-2, and Cove kids sitting on series point to take this one away for round 4 of the 2022 season of the Active Gamers program here. Was that a couple of checklist things that we went through? We had a couple of self goals picked up through there. In the end, we had some just straight up kickoff goals coming out as well. It's good to get those ones checked off the list. I know Quick and Gex will be happy to see that if they were here today with us as well. But a very dominant performance from Cove kids, but looking to see some more confidence building in both sides, at least here in round 2. It seemed like most of the teams were more proactive all throughout the game here, and were more on the ball, no pun intended, in that second round. But as we get ready for the potential final round here of the 2022 Active Gamers season, of course, presented by AFL Max and Meta High School Esports, it is Cove Kids' game to lose here, currently 2-0 up, sitting on that series point. We'll have to see if MSOT have any chance here to bring this one back, as it is going to a 2v2 situation here. So enjoy the game, guys, and get ready for a potential final one of the series of the night here as we get this one underway. And that is the series done and dusted, ladies and gentlemen. The Cove kids absolutely dominating MSOT in that final round of play, 7-1. Absolutely insane here by the Cove kids, who have taken down both teams from Ocean View after that as well. So they're going to be pretty happy after that one, I feel. But it was an interesting series nonetheless there. We saw great moments coming out from the guys in MSOT where they could have come back into this one nice and strong here, especially in that round 2 matchup where we saw all that confidence come back and towards the end of round 1. But unfortunately, maybe the pressure got to them at the end of the day, being 2-0 down. Of course, that can happen. You can remember, these guys only year 7s and 8s at the end of the day. And that is how the cookie crumbles there. And that's going to do it for the Active Gamers program presented by AFL Max and Meta High School Esports as well. So I'm going to give a big thank you to everyone that helped supported and tuned in to the play-in series here, because it means everything to the kids and give them that first taste and opportunity of the esports here, where we might be able to see some of these players later on down the line in the actual proper meta competition, maybe even further than that, maybe in the uni leagues, maybe even looking in towards some of the pro teams, looking towards RLCS. You never know. We have had some top players come out and kind of graduate from meta into the RLCS, so it could happen. At the end of the day, you never know. But it was nice to see a bit of a sneak peek to some of the future talent coming out from the SA region. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in so much here to the Active Gamers program. I just want to give you guys a quick reminder, there's still plenty of awesome meta action down the line. We're gearing up for the state, semi, and grand finals for the main Meta High School Esports League all throughout July and August. So stay tuned to the Meta Twitter and the Meta Discords for all the info. Of course, those grand finals being LAN in-person events. The first time we're going to have most of the states, if not all the states, actually have that in quite a few years now, of course, thanks to a certain pandemic we had to deal with. So it's awesome to have that back in person. And all throughout July, on every single weekend, we have the Uni Games 2022 season currently happening as well. The first weekend was an absolute blast. If you love League of Legends, you don't want to miss that. The Uni Games have been absolutely insane. And again, we'll continue all throughout the month of July. But again, that's it here for the Active Gamers program. Thanks so much for tuning in. We hope to see you guys in some of the future meta programs as well. Till then, guys.